Hey there, ready to dive into some seriously spine-chilling stories? Today, we're exploring the dark, twisted world of roommate horror. So let's get started. The Sleepwalking Stalker. Picture this: you're fast asleep, dreaming of puppies and rainbows, when suddenly you're jolted awake by blood-curdling screams. No, it's not the neighbor's cat in heat, it's your new roommate, Brandon. Brandon seemed normal at first. Sure, he mentioned he sleepwalked occasionally, but who doesn't have quirks, right? Wrong. This guy's quirk turned into a full-blown horror show. It started with nightly screaming fits. Then came sleepwalking. Brandon would wander into your room, leaving random objects by your bed like some kind of creepy Santa Claus. Weird but harmless, right? Wrong again. One night you catch Brandon pulling a box from under your bed. Inside? A bunch of photos of you sleeping and a knife. Talk about a rude awakening. But here's the kicker: when Brandon wakes up, he has no clue what he's done. It's like he's two different people. The story ends with Brandon vanishing without a trace. Let's hope he got some serious help, or at least invested in some heavy-duty restraints. The Raw Meat Eater. Moving on to our next tale of roommate terror. You're a bright-eyed college student, ready to start your new life in a swanky apartment. You decide to find a roommate on Craigslist. What could go wrong? Everything, apparently. Enter Cassie, a girl who seems sweet as pie at first. But soon you realize this pie is filled with raw meat, literally. Cassie has a habit of chowing down on uncooked bacon, ground beef, you name it. Gordon Ramsay would have a fit. But wait, it gets worse. One day, you open Cassie's door to find her room covered in human feces. Yes, you read that right. It's everywhere: walls, floor, bed. The smell? Let's just say it makes a garbage dump seem like a flower shop. Cassie refuses to move out and decides to make your life a living hell for the next 30 days. We're talking stolen stuff, used feminine products left around, and even bags of rotting garbage in the living room. It's like living in a biohazard zone. The cherry on top of this fecal sundae? Cassie starts doing her business on the apartment floor instead of in the bathroom. It's like living with a wild animal, except most animals have better manners. The Identity Thief. Now let's move on to our third tale of roommate terror. This one's a real mindbender, folks. Our narrator, a high school student, ends up sharing her room with Kendra, a girl her mom takes in out of pity. At first, Kendra seems a bit odd but harmless. She spends hours staring at herself in the mirror, talking to herself in the bathroom. Weird but not scary, right? Wrong. Kendra starts copying our narrator's look: same hair, same clothes. She even starts flirting with the narrator's boyfriend. It's like living with a creepy clone. But here's where it gets really twisted. One night, our narrator wakes up to find Kendra in her room, naked, holding a doll with the narrator's face on it. It's like a scene from a budget horror movie, except it's real life. The story climaxes with Kendra tying up our narrator and trying to convince her mom that she's the real daughter. It's like The Parent Trap meets Single White Female, a combo no one asked for. Luckily, the police show up in time, and Kendra gets sent to a mental facility. But can you imagine living through that? I'd be checking my reflection for years, just to make sure it's really me. The Meth Head Menace. Our final tale of roommate terror involves a seemingly sweet girl who turns out to be a secret meth addict. Talk about a plot twist. At first, everything seemed fine. But soon, strange men start showing up at all hours, things go missing, and the apartment starts to smell like a chemistry experiment gone wrong. The roommate's behavior becomes increasingly erratic. She starts leaving used feminine products around the apartment, refuses to clean up after herself, and even begins using the living room floor as her personal bathroom. It's like living with a toddler, except toddlers are usually cuter and less likely to steal your stuff for drug money. The final straw? Coming home to find 50 bags of festering garbage in the living room. It's like the roommate decided to recreate the city dump in miniature. After a month of pure hell, the roommate finally moves out, leaving behind a trashed apartment and probably a few nightmares. The silver lining? She eventually gets arrested for meth possession. Karma's a beast, folks. That's all for today, scary story lovers. If you enjoyed these tales of roommate terror, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.